Welcome everybody to a new episode of Pokemon Unite. This time around I'm using Cinderace, and of course you guys can see that I have a Hunter right there. I mean a Ghastly, he'll turn into a Hunter later. But I decided to go bot lane and leave mid to, or jungle I guess, to, the Ghastly, but the Serena and the Tyranitar were like, we're gonna do whatever we want to do, but that's okay. Anyway, I do get a bunch of HP because I was the only one that went down here, but that also spelled some problems despite me being able to get a lot of XP. It meant that if somebody else pushed down here and more from the enemy team, that means I'm like in the backhand, okay? Well, yeah, there we go. Snorlax is able to take out the Machop. And here I am taking out, and I'm really close to evolving. I'm like half a level. And I'm like a little surprised. I'm like, wait, did nobody come down here with me? Is it like free stuff? I was here to score, but no, the other Cinderace came down here with me. I sadly had to abandon the Ghastly here, mostly because I was running out of HP. And I knew that the Hunter or the Ghastly could have taken him, but not me. And here I was trying to take out the Altaria so he wouldn't evolve, so I would evolve, because we're both like really close to evolving. And you guys can see he became a Hunter here, and I do evolve. And of course now that little poor Pokemon doesn't stand a single chance, because he's still a baby Pokemon. He hasn't evolved yet. Yeah, there we go. We both dunk, or I dunked my 30, he dunks his 22, and I dunked the other one that was left there. And yeah, we put in a huge points very early on. I come back here and I keep attacking them. Yeah, that's what we do here. And I was thinking, like, you know what, I'm gonna have to share sometimes with the Hunter, but I decided to go middle. But I saw Buzzwole, and I was like, no. Yeah, you guys can see the little Pokemon told me exactly where he was, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna attack. He's right there. Yeah, and I told him to attack wild Pokemon, just so he would also notice that, like, the Buzzwole is chilling there in the grass. And there I finally evolved into a Cinderace, and I'm like, wait, I have the points needed to break it. And we break the first goal. Easy peasy, that easy, okay? Yeah, this game went pretty good. I decided to go mid. I was like, you know what? Get the Altarias up here, and it'll be fine. And I do come here, and I do take a couple of them. Here with me. You guys can see me level up there. Yeah, that's kind of something neat about Cinderace. As long as you keep leveling up, and he'll pick up levels fairly quickly, you'll never be underpowered. And if you're pretty good at, like, resetting, which is something that I haven't done here, mostly because of how I came down here alone. But yeah, you see Buzzwole no longer stands a single shot, and there we go, we get a Gengar. He will never stand a chance against us now. He has lost his edge. Don't get me wrong, Buzzwole is a very strong Pokemon, but against a Cinderace and a Gengar, no way. Yeah, and here I get my ult. You see, I got my ult fairly early into the game. Yeah, and I let the Gengar attack him. I don't know why he attacked him, maybe to pick up a level. But yeah, here I scored my 21, and I kind of wait, so he wasn't going to get interrupted, so he can score the 40. And I decided to go their mid. I'm like, well, why not take their mid? If, my Pupitar is taking my mid, I'll take theirs. Yeah, and here the Buzzwoles saw me, but I'm like, you are no threat to me, mate. And there we go. We do deal with it. He's able to put a lot of damage to me. But I'm like, there's no issue. I just reset back to my base. And we're done. I decided to come back here, and my mentality was at the time, get as many levels as possible, break the gold, switch side, and just rush him, like, in top lane. So yeah, here you guys can see me go in the middle right here to pick up a couple of these, pick up a little of this Claydolls. So you see the Gengar's putting in some work. The Gengar's just slapping everyone about. Yeah, and our top part isn't going too well. To be fair, I don't think they were super coordinated, and to be fair, the Snorlax has been alone from the start. Nobody's been with him. But yeah, I do have, I believe, what's needed for us to break it. I think the Gengar breaks it. Yeah, there we go. And I'm like, okay, like switch sides now. Let's go upstairs. But I'm going to take the points here because I'm like, you know what? I'm right there to level 11. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And I'm like, well, if one of them wants to come here, well, they ain't going to get their points. Yeah, now that I have 28 points, I'm like, ooh, I can just break this. Sadly, this Machamp appears, and he is chasing me for his life, mate. And I barely escape with like an inch of health. Like, check that out. Yeah, and I had to be a little more careful because those guys were attacking me, which is very annoying that they do that. They just lock onto you and they never leave you. I'm like, okay, I need to time this right and get both of them. But yeah, there we go. I got the Machamp, and here I get the Cinderace, which was very, very nice. I decided to go down because I saw the Gengar, but then I'm like, you know what? No. Like, we do, and here I go down. But I mean, the Gengar doesn't really need my help. But yeah, we can't, like, just because we're winning on one side, we cannot just, like, forsake the other. Because then we start to get into a whole bunch of, like, problems. But yeah, not even the Tyranitar stands a chance against me anymore. Mostly because I have like a huge level. Well, you can see how much damage he puts onto me. And I think I do go down to the... I do not go down to that Cinderace. But I do have to be careful. I think we do lose the goal. He does not score. Yeah, but were they able to break the first goal on top? I decided to go up and help. Because I'm okay. Tyranitar, he's pretty close. He's been chilling in the middle getting a bunch of XP. So he should be, you know, should be fine. If he needs to lock down bottom, he can do that. Anyway, here I come help the Gengar with the Blastoise, and we do a great job. Yeah, we were like the star team here. We just worked really well together. Mostly because we both hit like really hard. So if he didn't finish him, I finished him. And here we go. We break the second goal. And I think that was it. I was like, well, what do we do now? Like, level up? Like, go back to my base, protect my goals, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah, it's yeah. So Cinderace is still like a very strong Pokemon. It's still very fun to play. He can be really annoying, depending on the team you have. Like I had like a very good team here. Yeah, you guys can see the little flame of the other Cinderace. But yeah, here me and the Gengar, we're waiting for the. I think is the Reggie Steel, Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, whatever it was. But yeah, I had to be careful because these guys were here, right? I'm like, oh yeah, here I messed up and I do die, and Rayquaza appeared, and I'm like, okay, we're ready to go. I have my ult, I have everything. This is pretty much in the bag for us. Yeah, I used my ult, which was probably a waste since he was running away. But, like, we just made so much damage to the Rayquaza that it wasn't even, like, a thing, you know what I mean? I decided to go back, get a couple more points here, and I decided to just run it. Which was a big problem, because, like, Pokemons like Buzzwell, they just destroy the shield. Which is really annoying that you can do that. They should be, like, it shouldn't be depending on the hit, it should be depending on, like, time. Right? Because that makes the shield, like, a little bit worthless, if you ask me. Getting like Rayquaza is no longer like you can pull off. Like with someone like Zubat, you could pull it off even if you were losing. And here I do fall to all of them on the whole team. Yeah, and I think we do lose because the jumps are not coming. We were able to save it just by like a hair. And yeah, we had to be a little bit more careful here because now again everything is double points. So a 20 point breaks it, so we have to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, and I had to run away from the Tyranitar because the Tyranitar just does a ton of damage, even if I'm like higher leveling him, which I'm not actually looking at it now. But yeah, we were able to deal with the whole squad, no problem. Yeah, that's how the game ends. And yeah, you guys see the points rise, and this game was a lot closer than it had to be, and the Snorlax took the plus, but I think the Gengar was a true MVP.